Good morning, friends of the internet. We are back again in the World of Tanks Garage. Today we are going to take out our E-100. This is the tank that I never really originally wanted to purchase, but I found it on sale one day and I saved a lot of money on it. So much so that I actually got it for so cheap that if I was able to sell this tank, or if I sold this tank right now, I'd actually make more silver than what I spent to get it. That's the only reason I really have this tank in my garage. Not so much that I enjoy playing this tank, as much as it was just such a great buy, I couldn't pass it up. So that's why you don't see me play it too much. It's just not my preferred choice of tank, but today it is our preferred choice. As you can see, we have a platoon mate. He's gonna be running his E5 with us, so we'll have a nice little supporting role with us. And so let's go ahead and take this big beast out and see if we can find ourselves a match, shall we? All right, guys, so I'm at the back of the pack. It looks like we got an E-100, E5, couple 57s, an Object 140, and 62A I got to really watch out for. WT-off, E4, like some strong tanks in here we're going to have to contend with. Normally, I like to go to G6 on this map, and there's a little hill that you can post up there in the middle, but we're just way too slow and way too big to be up on that hill. My platoon mate is saying, well, obviously you're not going to go to G6, so I'm going to go to G6. So he's going to go over there. I'm going to go over to this mountain here on the right-hand side, kind of keep an overwatch, I'm telling him, on the corner by the big rock. So I figure I just come over here, play it nice and soft. I mean, 2 artillery on the board. I'm a huge target out in the open. So I don't want to get caught out there at all. So as I roll over here, I see this T-30 goes exactly where I was planning on going. So I was like, okay, so maybe I'll go to this rock. So I decided to go to the rock because that pops up. The Object 140 pops up. That's a tank I got to be very cautious of. So I decide before he detects me to get to this rock and get into some cover here. So now I'm here. I'm like, this is not really where I want to be, but I can make it work. So I look to see if I see anything at the corner, and I don't see anything. I see one tank pushing down on towards my platoon mate, and I'm letting him know that he's there. He's aware of it. He's got a nice overwatch. I'm seeing nothing, so I decide I'm going to move up to the next rock. So as I start to go, that's the rock that I'm going to go to. So as I start to roll up here, oh, what's this? E75? Is he going to keep going, or is he going to stop? He decides to stop. So now he's in my position that I wanted to go to. So now I'm really caught out there. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to keep going right now. I take a shot from the left, which is no big deal, but I'm spotted. So I got to get to this rock. So I'm hustling. I'm like, come on. But this tank is just so slow. And right now I am just RD bait. So he's kind of watching, my platoon mate's kind of watching over to my right-hand side so I can get to this rock. Now I tell him, well, I'm here. I didn't want to be here, but I'm here. So he says, well, I'll watch this 140 if you want to try to attack that WT off. So I was like, okay. So I need to try to get this WT off to kind of maybe pull out and come after me. So I'm trying to bait him a bit. I'm just trying to say, okay, you're a big old cannon. Why don't you just come out and chase me? Come on, just come out and chase me. But he doesn't want to. I keep trying to poke out, and then right here, I think he finally comes out. I'm like, all right, perfect. He bounces around. I'm like trying to get him to back out a little bit more, and he won't. So I kind of like peek him a little bit. I'm trying to bait him a little bit more, and he decides not to go. Now I don't want to go around this corner after him because I know he's got stuff up on the hill. So we're playing the same game. He's trying to bait me to come after him. I'm trying to bait him to come after me. He pulls way too far. He hits me once. He bounces. He decides he's going to track me. I'm not going to let him track me, so he has whatever shot he wants. So I keep rolling around, and then boom, he's putting in cover. Now at this point, I think he's reloading. Now this was a bad play on my part because I was still detected. I didn't let that go away, and I pulled out here, and guess what? Already bait. And then I got tracked, so I had to fix it. So the 140 is still down here to my right. I'm over here. I wanted to get to the rock with this push, but I had to slow up because of that RD, and I had to burn a repair kit. And I see that guy up on the hill, so I'm like, okay, well, I'm not detected, but I really would like to get around the corner of this hill to help out spot these guys so that my team can continue to shoot them. But I'm worried that I can't make this push across here. Now, my other concern that I have is that I've wasted enough time here that the WT off is probably close to being reloaded, and I got this Object 140 that I got to be careful of. I see that that's a 704 on the hill. The WT is still sitting there. I decide to back up to see if I can maybe see something, and I can't from here. But I can't get in trouble here with the artillery, so I've got to just, like, I got to go for it. So finally I just said, I'm going for it. I'm not detected at this particular moment. Now, the problem that I face here is now that the 140 is right there. He sees me and dips down. Now, the problem that I face with this is that I'm going to push this guy. I'm going to get a nice kill on him. He's dead. Now, I got to be careful because if that 140 comes up, he can start laying shots into my side. So I'm telling my platoon mate, man, you got to watch out for me. I see the 140. I'm like, come on, come on. And he allows him to come up and shoot at me. He takes one little shot, but I'm still kind of in trouble because now I'm pinched. Now I'm getting shot from him, from the ST. So now I kind of put myself in a very, very bad position, especially with the WT-100 behind me. So this 140 is so quick. So right here, I'm pinging it. I need artillery to take this guy out for me. So I'm trying to keep my frontal armor to him the best I can because I can't let him have another side shot and then let an STI have the side of my turret again. So I'm trying to just like stay bouncing back and forth. The STI sees me. He's trying to get a shot. And then all of a sudden I see the tank destroyer creeping in behind me. So right now I'm saying, man, we got to do something here because I've got an E4 coming up my ass and I see him coming right there. So I have to push. I have to push to get around there. So I'm just going to have to let the 40 have a shot at me. I'm going to have to come up here and try to do this guy in. So I put a shot right into his upper plate and ammo rack him, but I'm taking shots repeatedly from this 140. And then all of a sudden, thank God somebody killed him. So I have to turn my tank back around and get back toward the STI. So the E4 was taken care of that was behind me. But at that particular moment, I had no other choice but to push. Just due to the fact that I was getting pushed by that E4. That E4 was coming, and there was nothing I could do. I had to push out. Thank God somebody shot that 140. So I see he's fired, so I told him, okay, good. He's ammo racked. I know that. Let me just pull up and kill him. Taken care of. So now I'm weak as hell, though. So I got to let my platoon mate, since he's got more health than I do, push ahead. Because he's still got a good chunk of his tank left. But we still got these two already on the board, and I just cannot even get splash damage at this point. Because if I do, I'm in trouble. I'm going to die. We still got that 62A that we got to struggle with, too. So me and him, we're just going to lead the push. We're going to get up here, see if we can kind of get some eyes on, help get some shots from across the map towards these guys, get them knocked off. Now here, you can see my platoon mate. He makes the choice to go over there, which ideally I would do too, but with artillery, you're a perfect line of sight for artillery. See where he's at, see where I'm at? I can maybe use this if they stay to the back. He spots the first artillery, gets a nice shot onto him and kills him. But I still prefer to be kind of over here where I can back around this corner. So 704 is looking right at me. I bounce a shell. He bounces a shell. And I'm like, okay. So I'm trying to be careful here because I don't want to get hit by this artillery. The 90 goes out and I'm thinking, okay, perfect. Maybe he'll go out and kill this artillery and that'll be one less threat I got to worry about. So I look, I zoom in, I get his low plate. Fire, and I hit him for 788. Okay, good. We got a nice chunk on him. So I'm thinking, oh, our 90 died. Our AMX 90 died. So I'm like, But now remember, we still got this RT. You can see he's shooting, but he's missing because I'm kind of using this mountain for a little bit of cover here. So I sneak up. I try to get a shot on this guy, and he killed me. I was dumbfounded that he made that shot to kill me. But I was pretty low health anyway, so now it's up to my platoon mate. So at this point, I'm telling him, you probably shouldn't be over on this left-hand side where you're at because Artie is going to have a nice line of sight of you. I'm trying to rotate through tanks. Because see where he's setting, he's protecting himself from those tanks, but he's a direct shot for artillery. So I told him, I said, you should back up and use my tank for cover. I said, you can poke the hill, take a shot, and then back up and use my tank for cover. That way, if that arty shell comes over and tries to hit you, it'll hit my tank, hopefully. Now, the prime example of it is because he's so much smaller than I am. You can see, and he went to go up around the side, and I said, no, don't get yourself up there. You're going to be high-sided trying to shoot that guy. I said, just go straight up and shoot this guy. I said, just use my tank for cover if the artillery spots you. And you can see that exactly happens. It already hit my tank and not him. So I was trying to get him just to kind of sit there and shoot these guys. Everybody was closing in by this point. I just didn't want him to get out here in the open and get himself killed. I told him just now, hey, that 50M's about ready to kill the artillery, so go ahead and push up if you want. So he decided to go ahead and push up. But just putting yourself in a position where you can like be careful, be safe, and not get hit by artillery is always the best thing. I'm always thinking, like, what's the best position to put myself in to defend myself from the enemy team that is still alive and their artillery. And I was pretty weak. At this point, he was pretty weak too, but we pulled out the win. That's all that really matters. We did 3,000 damage in an E-100. Not bad for a tank that I never, ever play. Like I said, this is a tank that sits in my garage. Let's see, we were, what, second on the team? Yeah, second on our team. Our platoon mate only did 1985, but, you know, he was up there in the middle, holding down that middle, just kind of watching my ass as we were making that push around there. But we came out with the win. That's all that really matters. I fired 7 shots, hit 7 direct hits, and pinned 5. So I can't complain. This tank is just very slow-moving, lumbery. You can't get caught out in the open. Has some great armor so you can bounce around, but with that 140, that's a tier 10 medium, and it's just a strong tank. So you just got to be very careful of them and the 62As. Those are the 2 tanks that I fear the most on the battlefield when I'm in an E-100 or something slow and lumbery. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for all the support on the channel and the series. And if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, follow us on Twitter. That way you know when we're posting new YouTube content and when we're live streaming. If you haven't checked us out on Twitch or YouTube Gaming, come hang out, be part of the audience. If you're new to those channels, smash those follow buttons. So until next time, guys, we will see all of your faces out on the battlefield. Thanks so much, guys, for checking out my video. If you enjoyed that video, hit that thumbs up button and be sure to subscribe for future videos.